Hello all heroes and welcome back to Invincible Guarding the Globe, and today we're not going to do a whole lot in terms of gameplay today because there was actually a Q&A done with the developers over on the Discord server. If you haven't been invited to the Discord server already, all you have to do is go to your profile at the top left of the screen where you see your level, click on that, and you do have access to the Discord social link from there. Would highly recommend because there is no shortage of good information as well as just people hanging out and enjoying the game. But what we're going to do here is I'm going to go through some of the most interesting questions in my personal opinion. I will be pulling them up on screen as well, and we will be covering that as well as my thoughts and such. So yeah, that's pretty much how it's going to be here. I'm getting it set up on my screen here, and then I will edit into the video as needed. So, first question that we're going to look at here is, will there be PvP arena? And they say, yep, this is planned, but we can't tell you when just yet. So something like that is probably early in development because PvP can make or break a game. A good PvP mode can be a lot of fun. An average PvP mode can be a good way for extra loot or, you know, just something kind of on the side. Or it can be super important, but super free-to-play unfriendly. So we'll kind of see how that goes, but no doubt they're putting a whole lot of thought into that. Next question here is, will there be Alliance Wars or more Alliance interactions? This is definitely something we'd like to have in the game at some point. If you've played, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes is a good example of a game that does have, like, guild wars and such. I forget what they're called. It's been a long, long time since I played that game. But effectively, competitions, either direct or, like, leaderboard-based, where alliances are up against each other. That would be pretty cool, actually. Again, kind of could be a situation where it's really not accessible to free-to-play and low-spending players, but that one, again, is something, it doesn't seem like that's something they're cooking up right now. It's just kind of something that was put on the table courtesy of this particular question. And then, will mission and chapter replayability be a thing? Not in the main campaign, but potential new game modes could indeed have this replayability. What this tells me is that they are working on modes other than just more GTA ops. Because, I mean, GTA ops, that's like the whole thing, is that they're replayable. They're strictly just an idle mode that you keep punching into every few hours. This seems like they do have a new game mode in mind that could have that replayability factor where maybe once a day or every few days you participate in a fight, deal as much damage, or take down as many people as you can. Something like that you kind of do see in other games. That's just kind of my assumptions here. I'm doing a lot of reading between the lines on this one, but that's just what I'm gleaning from this particular question. Next, I do want to look at is an interesting one. Do you intend to include characters from the comics as well, or are you just going to continue with releases based on the series? Their answer to that is, we're following the timeline of the show, so we'll only release heroes that have appeared there, but there might be the occasional exception. So basically, as far as Invincible goes, we've gone through Season 1 and Season 2, plus the Adam Eve little special episode. So we will only see characters from those sections of the show, even if there are future characters from the comics that haven't been in the show yet. Those will most likely not end up in the game. I mean, let's be real here, there's no shortage of characters to add from the show. There's other heroes that haven't been added, there's plenty of villains, Viltrumites and more, that I would love to see in the game, so they have plenty to work with. Next, we do have a question here, when will they add more content to the story mode? And the answer is simply, very soon. This makes me extremely optimistic. They did just nerf the holy snot out of the story mode, which has actually been very helpful for some people who are low spenders or free to play. The progression is much smoother now. This tells me that they are already cooking something up, and the fact that they go with an emphatic very soon tells me that the next time they have like a big update is probably going to be whenever this is added. Because let's keep in mind, we haven't had any massive updates in a while. We've had new characters, but that's just throwing in a new character and a few new GDA ops. Whatever this is, any more story content or additional campaign modes, it's probably going to be released in a big like version update. So next we do have, will you be more generous in continual freebies? There will be more opportunities to earn freebies. Make sure to participate in our Discord challenges, as well as more in-game content to unlock more rewards. So that just tells me there are going to be more events. I mean, that's not really rocket science, but there will be more events to get more loot. Not a problem there. Always love more loot. Now this one I'm very interested in. How long is the game's lifespan intended to be? Is it planned to last as long as the show, longer or less? What are your plans to increase the game's longevity? This is a big one for me because the last time I committed to a game, it unfortunately did not go the distance. Their answer to this is, our goal is to run the game as long as possible. We really see it as a companion to the TV show, but it could even go beyond that. We have lots of plans, and of course adding more characters and features is the main priority for us. I am optimistic on this one. Of course, I'm going to dig up my trauma here and reference Avatar Generations, may it rest in peace. That game was much too little, much too late, I am sad to say. This game, however, has the potential to really have a lot going for it. Not only just in the releases of the seasons of Invincible, which I expect to last for quite some time, but also any kind of supplemental material, like if they make any more special episodes for, like what they did for Adam Eve, anything like that would be fair game for this, what they call a companion to the TV show. And it doesn't help, or it doesn't hurt, that Ubisoft is an old pro at making games, so I'm not expecting this game to die anytime soon. Lord knows I've paid at least somebody's paycheck. I mean, there's no shortage of opportunities to spend money, and I think they're probably getting plenty of it. That's just my expectation. What other characters are you planning to release? We can't tell you exactly which hero will release and when, but the idea is to eventually release all the heroes appearing in the show. Heroes being a general term referring to heroes and villains, but basically, if you see them on screen, they want to add them. Viltrumites, other villains, other random heroes, even maybe some one-off characters every now and then. Personally, I am a big Donald hoper. I would love to have Donald added to the game just for the giggles, if nothing else. But I think Donald could throw down. I think he could keep up. But this basically says, if you see it on screen, they're gonna throw it in. I also expect to see some things like the astronaut that was possessed by the Sequids, maybe some other Martians, who knows? Anything is on the table there. This is an interesting one because you do see this in a lot of mobile games. Will character variants be added as skins, individual heroes, or both? This is something we're considering, but we can't share anything about it yet. That tells me that whatever they're doing, either skins, which is very common in these types of games, or hero variants, whatever it is, it's probably in very early development, or maybe not even in development at all. Again, kind of relating back to this first question on the list here, they have no shortage of heroes and villains to add, so they're probably not even to this point yet of feeling the need to create skins or hero variants. What frequency will new characters be released, and are you considering a new type of character release event after your learnings with Alan and Battle Beast? We want to keep releasing heroes on a regular basis. I've noticed it seems to be every 2 to 3 weeks. I think 3 weeks is what they were. I would personally prefer 2 weeks. I think 2 weeks is good, but I do get that development is not easy. We may try different types of events, but we're happy with the Alan and Battle Beast ones. Even if we try new things, you'll probably still see events similar to the previous ones. So, Alan and Battle Beast is, of course, not that we have a whole lot of other case studies to go by, but the Alan and Battle Beast events were very good. Very easy to get some free heroes. It was basically just a whole separate shop, separate from your main ticket resource. That said, what they did with Doc Seismic, while maybe not as friendly to people who are more strapped for resources, it was still not bad. I mean, the double hero rate and the locked refresh cost was pretty sweet. That was honestly pretty great. Go back to my mega recruitment video from the previous event to take a look at that because we had some fun with that, and I made that puppy last. So yeah, I'm certainly curious to see how they go with events in the future. Allen and Battle Beast, of course, being the optimal, but the Dock Seismic event wasn't even that bad. It was actually pretty okay. So that is all I have on the list here. They do just mention a couple other things here and there. Again, you can reference that on the Discord server. There's just a few other things they did. Some mad lad asked for like a ×8 speed, and even they're like, that would be insane. We might go ×3. At that, if you're asking for ×8, I mean, you might as well just have a skip battle button. I mean, jeez, ×8. What would you even do with that? But frankly, I think ×2 is okay because I actually do like seeing them all fight and stuff. I mean, it's kind of part of the fun, and it's not like the battles are that long anyway. So yeah, that is what we have. Like I said, I'm really interested in the information they gave on the future events and on the longevity of the game and the new characters. It sounds like they have no shortage of plans for the game. Sounds like they also do have some new modes that they're cooking up, or possibly new story content, which would be nice because then I could get the rewards from this and keep on cruising. So yeah, anyways, as far as just touching base on my account here, my horizontal growth is going quite well. I do have my Flaxen leaders here, and they're actually doing pretty okay, not gonna lie. I am cooking up an Immortal here, as well as Bulletproof, Red Rush, and more, but I might, considering that they're saying they might release more story content soon, probably gonna start focus firing on some of my top people again, just to make sure that whatever comes out, I am ready for it. So yeah, let me know down in the comments below what you think. If you have any more thoughts or comments on the state of the game and what you hope to see in the future, let me know down in the comments below. Subscribe and like the video if you have not already, and we shall see you next time. Have a good one.